Hello there, everybody. This is step number 2 of your onboarding process. And I am Michael Brown, and I'm here with my amazing wife, Maraya Brown. And check this out. We have Maraya's sister, Shelleen. Whoop, whoop.
Hi, sister.
See, we can do this with family.
Hi,
You with your
sister.
spouse, you can do it with your family.
Right.
So we are here to go through the onboarding process, step number 2. And it's all about the virtual office. So Shelleen, take it away.
Hey, it's so nice to be here with my family. Okay, so now that you've received your username and password from the Juice Plus corporate office, it should be in your email. If you don't see it, go ahead and check your junk mail or your spam folder, maybe do a little search for it. It should usually come in within 24 hours or signing up as a distributor. And we're going to briefly take you through your very own virtual office, and it's called a web walk.
Okay, so why is this virtual office so important? This is the control center where you can manage all of your own orders, your customers' orders. You can see what's happening with your team. You can make sure that we get these amazing alerts that when an order is going to be shipped out, so that way nobody receives anything that they don't want to. And you can always make all the changes. And of course, first and foremost, we want to empower our customers to use the customer portal, but we always have the virtual office to do that as well. So Maraya, take us through.
Oh, sure. So you're going to initially log on. It's going to prompt you to watch a couple of videos. You agree to the rules and regulations of having a franchise. It will automatically prompt you to set up your own direct deposit. I encourage you to have your routing number and checking number there with you when you're signing on for the first time, so you can set up your direct deposit. If you don't at that point, you can always say next time. And then you're going to go directly to right here, my personal information. Go into edit personal information and just make sure that's all correct. Your address is correct, your phone number is correct, your email is correct. If it is, then we're good to go. Back to the dashboard. And once again, my personal information. Now you get to set up your own website name. So you're going to go to my website. Now this website is what is going to be shared with your prospects, with your potential customers to learn more about it. So I like to make sure you at least have your name, your email address, and for me, I think a phone number is nice. So if you happen to bump into somebody at the grocery store in the produce section and you're like, wow, you obviously eat a lot of produce. Is there any chance you'd be open to learning more about an easy and convenient way to flood your body with a bunch of produce? They say yes. You say, great. Let me get your contact information. I will text you my website. And you get to check their website, and there your phone number and your email address is there. And you can update any changes you're going to make. Here is where you get to choose the name of your website. This has already been set up. We have Find a Plate. But if it's going to initially just have some letters and numbers, so you can click, would you like to select a different? You click here, and it's going to give some suggestions. Hopefully you're going to like one of those suggestions. You'll select one and do reserve now. If you don't, that's a whole nother process. Communicate with your upline, but hopefully there's one of those that you like. You'll go ahead and say, yes, reserve now. And then you're going to choose what background you want on your website, as well as what video you like. I like Bridge the Gap. I think it's a well-rounded video. And I like to choose the image that has the most wide variety of produce options. But you can choose what works best for you. So once again, that was all on my personal information. And if down the road you end up wanting to change your password, it's there, as well as, you can look up your earnings down the road and anything else you want me to cover there?
I think that for right now, I think that's the most important pieces. Of course, the next step is somebody reaches out and they say, oh my goodness, I want to hop on board with this nutritional program. And Shelleen, what do we do at that point? And let's say they want to sponsor a child.
Oh my goodness. Our Healthy Starts program is amazing. So of course, if somebody is really interested in our Healthy Starts program, you want to enter their order. And so, yay, your first order. It's so exciting. So if you don't know about the Healthy Starts program, it's any child between the age of 4 and 18 or any full-time undergrad student. And so we come here, and the first thing we want to do is we want to agree to paying this portion to contribute to the Healthy Starts for Family. And you personally are not paying the $45. It's split between you and your upline, and your upline's upline, and I think it ends up being like $3 or $4 per person per year for this child to receive Juice Plus for free. It's really pretty incredible. So as Michael just typed in, this child has a very unique first and last name. Their parents may or may not have been hippies. We're not really sure, but you want to go ahead and enter their name and their date of birth. Hit yes, I agree, and then hit next. Oh, and right here, so this child is older. They are an undergraduate student, and so we would want to put in their university name and the child's university email. Now, if you have a child that's under the age of 18, you won't have to do this part, but we just want to make sure that it's in there in the video for you guys to see. And then you're going to go ahead and enter in their quad order and select whether this child wants capsules or if they want the chewables.
And it would be the trio, not the quad, because the omega will be on a separate order.
Oh, thank you. That is a great point, Maraya. So I always like, that's a really good segue. I always like to tell my customers that when we do the Healthy Starts program, they're actually going to see 2 charges from the Juice Plus company. So because the Healthy Starts program is a study, they're going to charge this whole order separately. And then when they order their Tower Garden and their quad and their complete shakes and stuff like that, you're going to go back in and place that order a little bit differently. But please, please, please be really good at communicating with your customers that they will receive 2 separate charges when they're doing the Healthy Starts program. And here is where you would enter in their shipping information and their name, their phone number. Really important to get their email address in there. And then you'd scroll down. This is the processing order date. Let's say you have somebody and they say, oh, I'm really interested in getting started with the Healthy Starts program, but I don't get paid until Friday. We can actually take their information as they're excited and interested, and we can choose the date that their credit card is going to be charged and when it's going to be shipped. And then down here, we'd pick MasterCard or American Express or whatever they're going to use to pay.
All right. So then let's go back to the dashboard. And so now let's say either they weren't part of the Healthy Starts program or they're doing their Shred 10 with the full 4-month experience. So now we need 4 orders of complete and their omegas to add to what they've already ordered.
Okay. So what you'll see here is, let's just go with the previous order that Shelleen had put in. They did the trio, sponsoring a child. So we're going to put in an order for the omegas. But actually, before I want to go through that, some actually like to pay in full. The majority really enjoy the installment plan. They just factored into their food budget, which is really easy. So let's say we want to do the omegas. We put a 1 there for omegas. After you enter the quantity, you always have to hit add to cart. It'll show up here on the right. And then we're going to go down to the complete. Notice here that there's a difference. So there's the complete shake variety. These are the large pouches. And then there's the this one-time shipment. I tell you, I rarely ever put in a one-time single shipment because, again, I'm doing the education. They see the value in the 4-month supply, et cetera. And then, so you've got the large pouches, but then you also have the single packets. Okay, those are great for on the go. Put it in your purse, put it in your gym bag, put it in your car. And then you also have the bars, dark chocolate and the tart cherry. So again, we're just adding those as soon as we put in a quantity. So let's say they're going to do the 4 orders of complete, which will be the 4 months of the Shred program. And so we go ahead and add that. And just as a quick reminder, 1 order of complete is 60 servings. So if they want a full 120 servings, which is 2 shakes per day for 120 days, they're going to need 4 orders. Okay, that's just the math.
Well,
Did I do that right?
the math came out of your mouth slightly wrong, but
Oh.
yes, you're right. It's 4 orders for 4 months because each order has 60 servings. They're doing 2 shakes a day for the full 4 months.
Right.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. So then we move forward, and then we. Oh, that's right. And let's just say
We're married, so we can do this.
let's just say, for example, they are an Olympic athlete and they're really concerned about being tested. They want to make sure that everything's legitimate. That is really the only time that you would choose this spot here. Notice my cursor highlighting Juice Plus capsules NSF Sport. There's no difference between the Juice Plus without the NSF label and with NSF label, except for the fact that the label is on. Just so you know, that is an added security. So when, let's say I'm an endurance athlete, I'm competing in the Olympics, I take my Juice Plus bottles to my physician. They make sure it's legitimate by seeing the NSF Sport label. And that's basically it.
And for Olympic athletes, if they have to be concerned about having any drug testing, they like to have the NSF Sport for that assurance that what they are taking isn't going to affect any of that. And then you go right out to the checkout like that, which is just like the last page we were looking at with Shelleen, and you'll move through and process. Events. Okay.
Oh, and mission-driven model.
And mission-driven model. Oh my goodness. So for mission-driven model, in the world of orders, remember missiondrivenmodel.info, you can click right here on orders. There's another tutorial that will walk you through it. And then right here is the order form if you're ever looking for the order form. Back to the virtual office. The couple really big things, the events. Events are so big. You're going to learn a lot about events. You build relationship, events build your business. But in the virtual office walkthrough discussion that we're currently on, if you go to quick links, here you can also submit this is the Children's Health Study. It's really the Healthy Starts. They're the same thing. Submit a Tower Garden order. You could do the same thing here with the Tower Garden order. You can add a new team member, but right here, Juice Plus Live.
Ooh, what's that? That sounds really exciting, Maraya.
Ooh, it's really exciting. You get to like go into a room with 6,000 to 8,000 people that are really fun and up to something and high energy, and you want to be there. So
yeah, that's my favorite.
We have a lot of fun.
So much, like way too much fun.
So make sure you go there, mark on your calendar the date of the next Juice Plus Live. You're welcome to register, or you do your 2,000 plus and you get a free conference ticket anyway. And then the last thing is under events up here on your virtual office. You can search for events. You do form search. I like to leave everything blank. Just go to the state, do the drop-down menu, and let's say you've got some friend in Colorado. You'd really like to invite them to an event. You click Colorado, then you do search, and poof, here we go. A number of events that are happening in Colorado. And even if you don't live there, you can invite anyone you know to be there. If you have a guest that's going, please make sure you let your upline know, because we'll reach out to our community, one mission, one family, and we'll help to make sure that your guest is personally welcomed. Anything else?
I think that's a great web walk for our brand new people. And I'm going to say congratulations again for taking this step and just being part of this amazing family. These are some useful tools. Step number 2, check. Now you're ready for step number 3. Whoop, whoop.
You can go track your sister and your husband and your brother and your cousin and your neighbor and your friend and spread the wealth. That's the reality. This is a healthy
Spread the love. Spread the love.
Spread the love. Isn't that true?
Yeah. And of course, if you have any more questions, you can always reach out to your upline. You can always reach out to your sponsor. Like, we are community here. We want to help you. If there's anything that wasn't clear in this video, please, please, please come to us with questions.
Via your group Boxer chat.
Yeah, go Boxer.
Inspiring healthy living around the world.
Aww.
Aloha.
Aloha.